And if we want to delete, we can click on this and it says, hey, are you sure you want to delete this NetSim? Yes, and you can see it's removed it from the list. Okay, so that pretty much concludes the hands-on demo because we're running out of time, and I want to save time for questions and be able to answer as many questions as we can. And like I said, we'll follow up with email as well. So if you give me about 30 seconds to pull up the questions, we can start taking a look at those.
Let me answer the first one.
Okay. I can't. Is there any way to make this bigger?
Yes.
How?
Click that.
This thing?
That undocks it.
Okay.
Now you can scratch it.
And can I get rid of these other guys? I'm just going to keep it.
There's one unanswered question.
Okay, I'm only showing unanswered. There's a bunch of them here.
No, that's what these have been answered. Here,
There's one.
check this box right there. This box here.
You show the answered? I don't want to show answered. No, I don't want to show ones that have been answered.
No, what you can do, here's some of them, just even though they've been answered, you can repeat them if you don't have questions.
But he does have some. There are.
Okay, you guys keep looking through and I'll answer these questions first, okay?
Yeah, I think we should just go ahead and
Yeah.
do this.
Just go
Okay.
ahead and repeat.
Yep. Okay, thanks for waiting for me there. We're just trying to get the questions here in a way that I can read them and answer them. So here's a question. Can colleagues edit the models stored on the server? Okay, no. The simple answer is no. Not through isee NetSim and not through the web interface. Think of the when you publish a NetSim online, it's like a runtime version of it. We're just exporting the interface layer. We can look at pictures of the model that controls the dynamics through storytelling like we did, but you can't edit the equations. So if you wanted a colleague to work on a model with you, then you'd have to actually share the original iThink model and have them publish the sim to the server as well. Okay, can you use this as a platform to work interactively? So that's kind of along the same lines. It's more of a runtime technology at this point, so it's not for building the models. We build the models in iThink or STELLA because that's a good place to do that, and we can run them on the web. So one of the things that we'd like to see people do, and we're getting a lot of feedback from early users of isee NetSim, is that they use published NetSims to facilitate discussion, that sort of thing. So you can post these within articles on the web and links to them and start discussions around things. So you can work interactively in that sense, but it's not like two people or one or more people can come in and actually work on the model at the same time. Okay, so is page 1 the home page by default, or has it been defined as the home page? Excellent question. Let me just show you real quick how that works. Let me just pop that back in, excuse me. So when you go into the interface preferences, you'll see that we have show pages checked off, and we actually have this page size option. You can choose the size of the page, and actually you can define the home page here. And page 1 is the default. I could type in page 2, for example, and then when the NetSim opened up, it would open up to page 2. You still need to define your navigation and that thing to move from page to page. Okay. Does isee NetSim need to be purchased if uploading to isee server? Okay, yeah. Think of isee NetSim Wizard as an add-on to 9.1. You need to have 9.1. So you build the model in 9.1 like we did today, then you export, and then you use isee NetSim Wizard to upload. When you get the wizard, you can upload to Foreo, which is our free host. So there's a free account for hosting models included. If you want to upload to your own server, then you can purchase isee NetSim server and install that on the server and upload to that server. What is the quantitative limit on the size of model to be updated to? I think this means uploaded to isee server. Okay, so you get a free account with Foreo out of the box with isee NetSim. So the idea is that that way you can hit the ground running. It's a good test platform. The Foreo, let me see, the terms of the Foreo free account is that it limits you to models that are 2,500 equations or less. So we actually take a count of the number of equations in the model and verify that. And if you're over the limit, it will tell you that. So as far as running isee NetSim server on your own server, we don't enforce any limit. There's going to be a limit on, if you have a model with 30,000 entities that runs forever, that's a huge model, then obviously it's going to take a lot of memory, things in the server. And if you have a lot of people using that simultaneously, just like any sort of web process, you may be resource constrained there. So, but those sorts of things can be solved with hardware, etc. Let's see here. If I want to set up a gateway so I can maintain an audience of paid subscribers and prevent them from freely sharing the model, as indicated with the email link, can I set up this gateway via Foreo, or would I need my own dedicated server? You have a couple of options here. Foreo has some value-added features of being able to password protect models, for example. So we have a free account out of the box with isee NetSim with Foreo, which is a basic account, and if you want to pay them a little bit more money, then you can upload bigger models and you can do things like password protect your simulations, etc. So, and they also have some infrastructure for collecting money to use Sim. So you could set up a simulation that's a paid subscriber-based sort of thing. So that's one option with Foreo. Another option is to get the server and install it on your own server and then integrate it with your own payment processing option. Now, the theme behind NetSim is to be really easy and to let people to share models. But we understand that there are a lot of people who have resources like their own servers and payment schemes, etc. So we've also tried to make isee NetSim server pretty extendable. So you can plug it in there and you can actually build and extend out the server to hook into your own system, database system, etc. In fact, I just recently worked with a partner of ours to do that very thing with isee NetSim server, and it worked out pretty well. So that is certainly an option. Next question. I am a teacher and I'm interested in having students go to existing models and not necessarily creating them myself. Where can I find a set of models? We have a lot of sample models on our website, so if you go to www.iseesystems.com/samples, there's a lot of NetSim models there. You'll see there's some other tabs that will give you iThink and STELLA models, and you can certainly start playing around and publishing those to the web, but those sample models are a good place to start. So you might need to, if you download some of the sample models, you may need to organize them into pages and make sure the navigation is there. But I'm pretty sure that they're all set up that way anyway to begin with. So I encourage you all to take a look at those samples today. Okay, can I use the old version of STELLA to publish? You need to use iThink or STELLA version 9.1 or higher to use NetSim. That's because the previous versions won't export all of the information that we need to automatically build the interface for you. So, as we move forward, there'll be a version of iThink that's required. So it's like an add-on to iThink or STELLA. So you need the appropriate version. It won't work with the old version of STELLA. What's the difference between NetSim and NetSim Server? I hope we've made that pretty clear. NetSim is an add-on to isee NetSim Wizard is an add-on to iThink or STELLA 9.1 that allows you to do the publishing, and the server software is what's running on Foreo or on your own server that actually does the behind-the-scenes running of the model and the simulating, because it's actually simulating the equations as you saw in the example today. It looks like our time is up. Thank you all very much.